It's the home finale for the Cats as they welcome in the Ole Miss Rebels on Wednesday at 7. And for a look at the Rebels, here's Opposition Research, brought to you by HKC Roofing.
An early 29-9 hole proved too much for Ole Miss to overcome on Saturday as they fell for the 8th time in 9 games, losing to Tennessee in Oxford 73-65. Breein Tyree paced the reconfigured Rebels with 17 as his teammates were a paltry 1 of 23 from 3. The setback drops Ole Miss to 5-11 in the league with a Wednesday night appearance in next week's SEC tournament all but certain. Prior to former coach Andy Kennedy's exit, the Rebels showed credible home performances against Florida and Alabama. However, last week's surprising win in Columbia, the first for interim Tony Madlock, was the first Ole Miss win in 28 days, likely securing their first sub-500 season since 2006. The Rebs' resume also details a pair of losses to the league leaders, plus a hammer job to tournament-bound MTSU in December. Madlock steers the Rebel ship in the final weeks. The journeyman assistant and former Kennedy understudy took over on February 18th after the university's all-time winningest coach abruptly walked away 1 week after resigning. Madlock has been part of the OM staff since 2014 after serving in similar stints at Arkansas State, UTEP, and under Tony Barbee at Auburn. Madlock has split the first 2 in his new gig and is a Memphis alum, playing in the 92 Elite 8 with Penny Hardaway. 1,000-point scorer DeAndre Burnett returns for the Rebels, contributing a team-leading 14 points and 3.5 assists per. The 6'2 senior has started 41 games since transferring from Miami and has shown big play ability, i.e. 17 games of 20 or more points, with a 41-point explosion via Oral Roberts, his personal milestone. Burnett is a reliable shooter, connecting at 39 and 81% on threes and free throws, respectively. Terrence Davis II is scoring in double figures for a second straight season and is good for 13 to match a Rebel best 6 rebounds a game. The 6'4 junior has exceeded 30 points on 3 career occasions with a season high of 31 last month in Fayetteville. The South Haven, Mississippi native has 49 starts and provides 73% marksmanship from the charity stripe. Breein Tyree enters Wednesday clear of 2 top-end performances and has seen his scoring rise to 10 a tilt. The 6'2 sophomore 17 over the weekend was preceded by 25 in the Missouri upset, his best ever game as a Rebel. With the coaching change, the Rebel point is keeping his options open and would provide value on the summer transfer market. Tyree was one of Jersey's best preps and is the cousin of ex-Super Bowl hero and former Giant David Tyree. JUCO import Bruce Stevens is Ole Miss's most productive big at 10-5. The 6'8 junior was the 6th-ranked JC player in 2017 and has eclipsed 23 times since arriving in Oxford, headlined by a 27-point showing versus Illinois State. Stevens is an efficient shooter, dropping in 52% of field goal attempts. Memphis export Markel Crawford posts 10 a game as a grad transfer. The 6'4 wing started 68 games for the Tigers, scoring 13 per last season, but opted for greener pastures with the arrival of Tubby Smith. In Oxford, Crawford rains threes at 29% and leads his new team in steals with 32. Devontae Shuler provides additional backcourt support and chips in a half a dozen points, headlined by a career-high 19 in November. The former 4-star from Oak Hill plays 20 minutes a game and is a reliable 72% on free throws. Marcanvis Hyman is back for his final season. The 6'7 senior has 100-plus appearances, yet is an offensive afterthought, attempting a mere 8% of his team's shot attempts. On the year, Hyman has a couple of 12-point games to increase his average to 5 a night, while sinking just 48% from the foul line. And some international flavor manning the post with Polish center and Drake transfer Dominik Olejniczak and Lithuanian Justas Furmanovic. The former, a 7-foot sophomore, owns 11 starts, posting modest totals of 4 and 3 with a season high of 16 on his card, while the 6'7 senior has been a part-time starter for the last 2 years, tallying comparable numbers. Furmanovic has a respectable offensive game with a 43% conversion rate from 3 and 77% at the line. Fast facts. While it's been a struggle in many ways, Ole Miss is one of the league's top free throw shooting teams at 76%. The Rebels are one of 6 Division I teams to start 10 different players this season, And the Cats lead the overall series 105-13 and have won the last 8. Famous alums and former students, ex-NFL lineman Michael Orr, Fox News anchor Shepard Smith, plus former Charlie's Angel Kate Jackson.
The Cats are at home for the final time of the season, and they'll take on Ole Miss on Wednesday at 7. For today's opposition research and the Leach Report, I'm Chris LaBar.